Yo, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be getting into scams in the Donut SMP, the server everybody's been talking about. But behind the chaos, the riches, and the streams, there's a dark side full of scams, player scams, shady server practices, and even account theft. If you're playing or thinking about joining, stick around because this information could save your stuff. So let's expose it. If you've played Donut SMP for any extent of time, you're probably familiar with the spawner scams. Players can scam for spawners in a number of ways. The first way people scam would be the half and half payment, or not even giving payment at all, where you would give half of the payment and then the seller will leave, or the seller will ask for the full amount up front and give you nothing and simply log off. This next spawner scam is a little bit more clever. A player will TPA hear you. The player will then pose to be a skeptical buyer and ask to see the spawners either in your hotbar or in your hand. As soon as you pick up the spawners out of your e-chest, boom. Either the player will kill you or an invis teammate will kill you, leaving plausible deniability for the scam in general. Finally, the last way that you can get scammed via spawners is the texture pack scam. And generally, the way that these players scam, they join a public Discord call with a texture pack that changes common items such as green stained glass or pink wool to look as if it's a spawner. And by the time that you've paid, you realize that you've bought absolute garbage. These next few tips don't necessarily have anything to do with scams themselves, but just general knowledge that is useful to know when buying and selling spawners. Just because a player has a lot of vouchers does not necessarily mean that they are trustworthy. Players can use alternate accounts to give them fake vouchers or just wait until they have enough vouchers to start scamming in general. And be sure that whenever you're selling your spawners that you're checking the market. I see way too many players selling their spawners for way under market just because they're ignorant to the market price. The next scamming method is something many donut players are too familiar with.
Hey, do you want to gamble?
Gamble with me, bro.
You want to gamble?
Anybody trying to gamble?
Gambling is the most popular scam in Donut SMP right now. These gambling hosts can rig their games by complex redstone or even something as simple as a teammate hiding behind the machine and picking up the item before it's dispensed. The gambling host can also use fake balances to make it seem like they have more money than they do, giving you the perception of more trust. And oftentimes, more than not, these hosts work in groups, meaning the host will join, set up the casino, then his teammates will join and gamble with him. And while they're winning all the bread, you're getting rinsed for all of your money. The last thing these gambling hosts are doing to scam you of your hard-earned money is using mods to rig their games. Hosts can use certain mods which give them an edge or even completely let them win 100% of the time. Just remember, gambling is bad, and more times than not, it will be a scam and you will lose everything. The house always wins. Speaking of mod packs, that brings us into the next section of this video, rats and IP grabbing. Players can hide viruses within mod packs to where they are barely even distinguishable. These rats or keyloggers can be hidden in not just mod packs, but any file that you download off the internet. Be sure to run all your files through an antivirus malware protection program. Windows Defender is free if you don't have one, and never ever download a file that a stranger has sent you on the internet. These keyloggers and rats may not take effect immediately. They give the owner of these viruses access to your account, which they may not take action immediately, but they will have the ability to take your account if they so please. Another not so obvious way that people are getting their accounts stolen by these hackers is just by simply joining a Minecraft server. How does joining a Minecraft server give them access to your account, you might ask? They can grab your IP, giving them access to a recovery exploit of your Microsoft account. And once they've recovered your account is as good as theirs. Just be sure, do not download random files from people on Discord, and do not join random people's Minecraft servers because they could be phishing for your account and scam you of everything you own. If you've made it this far into the video, why not like and subscribe? It's free and it keeps you posted on my latest Donut SMP content. While you're at it, feel free to check out my From Nothing to 1 Billion series. It's a series where I challenge myself to make $1 billion in donuts starting from scratch. Thank you all for your recent support, and let's get back to the video. For our next section, most people are familiar with TP trapping.
What came first, this egg or this
But in case you aren't, TP trapping is when a player will use /TP here, teleporting you directly into a trap that is nearly impossible to escape. By the time that you hit the bottom of the trap, they slowly begin killing you, taking all the items in your inventory for themselves. What players seem to be less aware of is the TPA fake out. This is where scammers tell the player that they have found a base that they need help raiding, or if they can TP a player to their base to give them a rating. All the while, instead of sending a /TPA here request, they send you a TPA request, putting the scammer directly into your base. And once they are in your base, they are TPing all of their friends, filling your base with crystals, exploding everything, and taking all of your loot. Fortunately, all of this is easily avoidable with the /settings option. You can turn off your TPA requests, and I highly recommend to do so, and only turn it on when you're ready to utilize the TPA function. Also, it is not bad practice to just RTP before you accept any TP, and make sure that you store all valuable loot into an ender chest. Remember, this is an anarchy server, and no one is to be trusted. For the final section of this video, we have base and services selling. And while some people mean well, it's never worth risking all of your items and all of your loot, nor is it worth wasting your hard-earned money to buy a base that somebody has already discovered. Not only will the people that sell you these services or sell you the base have the coordinates to the base itself, but base sellers typically resell bases to multiple different people to maximize profit, or will sell the coordinates to raiding teams to come raid your base later on. It's always worth to dig your own holes to build your own base, and it kind of gives you a sense of satisfaction looking back, knowing that you did everything yourself and that your base is as safe as it can be. Well, that's all I have for you in this video. I hope you all enjoyed and that you learned something, and I hope that you all keep your accounts secure and your items safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video. This type of commentary video really isn't my forte, so any improvements that I could make, leave a comment in the comment section below. And until next time, keep it froggy.